So, when I think about how I found out about my cancer, my story is kind of crazy. I actually did a random test through my parents' church a couple years ago, and they were just doing like screenings. And this was just like overall screenings, it was not like a cancer screening, they were just doing like health screenings. I did it. They just so happened to be doing an ultrasound of the thyroid area, and I was like, why not, right? So I did. And then the lady looked at me and said, "Hey, you might want to take your results when you get it to your primary doctor." I was like, "What do you mean? That's just weird, right? Like, what? I don't even know what that is." She was like, "I just want you to talk to them first because I can't say anything," right? So I ended up taking it to my doctor, and he was like, "Okay, well, let's just do another one," because they were like not sure, right? They didn't believe this screening. And so, of course, there were several little nodules in there that were concerning. So then I had to get it biopsied. Of course, my doctor was like, "Don't worry. Like most of them come back benign, anyways. It's not a big deal. Everybody has nodules in their neck. It's totally fine." I'm like, "Okay, I'm just kind of along for the ride, right?" So then he goes back and he literally calls me within hours of my biopsy and tells me he wants me to come in the next day. And it's a Saturday, mind you. And he's like, "Because you do have cancer." And I was like, I remember sitting on the couch. My husband was sitting on the chair next to me. And I was like, "What do you mean I have cancer?" And he was like, "It's not just that." He's like, "But it's stage 4." And I was like, "What?" Like, what the heck? So he was like, "Let's come in. We need to, devise a plan." And I was like, I was speechless. I think I was just kind of shocked. My husband was listening on the other side because I had it on speakerphone. And we were just kind of like, okay, like, what are the next steps? And so I went in the next day and we planned out this whole escapade. Sure enough, he was like, "You're going to need surgery. You got to go talk to a surgeon, et cetera, et cetera." So, yeah, I had to sit with that news for a little bit. Telling my parents was an emotional thing. My poor mother freaked out. My dad was stressed out. They were just like, "I don't understand. How could this happen? There's no thyroid cancer in our family." It was just an emotional ride. So, for all my fellow people who've been through cancer and are a cancer warrior, you come out on the other end so much stronger. I have come out on the other end so much stronger. I'm also just more knowledgeable in it as well. I have learned so much about cancer and what it does to the body that I can help others. I've been able to help others just kind of avoid certain situations because of their cancer journey. So some people are like, "Why are you even talking about this? You're a digital marketer." Because all of this is a part of my journey. It makes me who I am at the core, and it makes me an even stronger person. That's why I know I'm going to do great things. I'm an extremely determined person, and I know I am meant for bigger things and greater things. So if you know that inside of you, you need to invest in yourself. Take that next step forward so you put yourself in a better place.